Welcome back to CAD Jungle. In today's detailed exercise, we're going to be modeling this tap adapter. Let's get started. Let's create a new component. You can name it whatever you like. Select the front view and create a sketch on the visible plane. Let's create a series of circles. Select the center diameter circle, start in the center, add dimensions as we go along. Let's grab a line, make it a construction line. Let's put it here. Select the 3-point arc, turn off construction. Select this circle and that circle. Select the D key, select this point and this point here, and make it about 3 millimeters. Select the tangent constraint, make a tangent with this circle here. Once again, hit the D key. Select this point and this point on both ends of the arc and make it 9 millimeters. It is now fully defined. Let's select the mirror command. Select this arc. The mirror line is going to be this line here. We have a mirrored image of the arc. Select the circular pattern command. Select these two arcs here. Select the center point. Center point is going to be here. We want a quantity of 4. We're going to be extruding the profile. Select the extrude command. Select the inside profile. I'm going to exclude these edges here. I'm going to extrude at 13 millimeters. Each component is going to be different colors, and how I've done that, I'll select Inspect, Display Component Colors. I can also turn it off and turn it back on. This will give us random colors for each component. Make it also much easier to see. Let's rotate our object around to the back. Create a sketch on the back face. Let's add a circle of 41 millimeters in diameter. We want to extrude these edges on the inside. Select the extrude command. Select these edges here, like so. Extrude it inward -3. Select the front view. Create a sketch on the front face. Let's add another center diameter circle. We'll make it construction and make it 39 millimeters in diameter. Turn off construction. We're going to create another circle on the edge of the circle. Make it 4 meters in diameter. We want to constrain the center of the circle to the center point. And now it's fully defined. Let's use the extrude command. Select the circle we just created. Select the back. It'll cut right through. Select the circular pattern command. Object type will be set to features. Select the extrusion we just created. The axis will be the center green axis, the y axis. And the quantity should be set to 4. Let's add some fillets. I'm going to select these edges here. Select right through the object as well. I'm going to set the fillet to 2 millimeters. We're going to add another fillet for these rounded edges here. Set it to 1 millimeter. And finally, we're going to add one more fillet for this bottom face, or the front face, excuse me, and make it 0.5 millimeters. Select the front view once again. Create a sketch on this front face. Select center diameter circle. Create a circle in the center, 30.5 millimeters in diameter. Select the extrude command. Select the profile we just created. We're going to extrude it inward 9 millimeters. So we'll make that a -9. Let's create a sketch on the inside face and add, once again, 2 more circles. Hit the E key for extrude. Now let's extrude this shape 4.5 millimeters. Create a sketch on this face, and once again add 2 circles and add dimensions. Select extrude command, select the inside face, extrude it -0.5 to cut inward. Rotate to the back, create a sketch on the back face, center diameter circle of 16 millimeters in diameter. Select the E key for extrude. We want to extrude this profile 20 millimeters. Select the right view. Select home first and then select the right view. Make sure the camera is set to perspective with ortho faces. Select the P key for project. Want to project, I'm going to select bodies. Let's create the shape we're looking for. 2-point rectangle at the top. Make sure it intersects this line here. I want the width at the top to be 4.5. And on the side, 2 millimeters. I want to constrain this point to this edge. Select the D key for dimension. And I want this point to be 2 millimeters from this point. Selecting the line command, I'm going to create a trapezoid type of shape. I'm going to also add dimensions. Create a construction line, add it to the center point. And I'm looking for symmetry. This point, symmetric to that point. Last but not least, select the perpendicular constraint. Select this line and this line, and they'll be perpendicular to each other. And now it's fully defined. Select the Revolve command. Select the profile we just created. In the axis, I'm just going to select the edge. And it gives us the profile we're looking for. Create a sketch on this face here. Add a center diameter circle of 14 millimeters. Select the extrude command. Select the outside edge. Extrude it -11. I'm going to create a fillet on this edge here. 3 millimeters. I'm going to continue to add more fillets. And once again, add fillets to this edge here. And that gives us our fillets. Rotate to the back. Create a sketch on this face here. Create a center diameter circle of 10 millimeters. Select the extrude command. Select the profile we just created. And the distance will be set to all. Select the chamfer command. Select the inside. Chamfer at about 0.5 millimeters. Rotate to the front, and let's add some more fillets. I missed a fillet, so I need to back up a second. Rotate it around to the front once again. Select the thread command. And let's create some threads. Make it 32 millimeters from the ISO profile. Designation is going to be 1.5. I do want it to be modeled. And that completes the first component. Now let's create the second component. Create a new component. Let's hide the first component. Select the front view. Let's create a sketch on the visible plane. Create a center diameter circle. Add dimensions. Let's extrude this shape. About 19 millimeters. In this case, let's make it -19. Rotate it around to the back. Create a sketch on the back face. Create another center diameter circle of 25 millimeters. Select the extrude command. Select the inside of the circle. Select the front face, and it cuts right through. Let's add a series of chamfers. Rotating to the front, select this face, and we'll make it 1 millimeter. Rotate to the back, select the chamfer command, select this face, make it 0.5. Select the thread command. Select the outside edge. We want it to be modeled. We don't want it to be full length. We're not going to offset it. We're going to make the length 9 millimeters. Size is 32. Designations, it's going to be 1.5. Rotate to the front. Select the front view. Create a sketch on the visible plane. Let's back up. We want to create a sketch on this face right here, not the plane. Select the P key. Selection filter is going to be specified entities. We want this outside edge. We're going to select the center rectangle. Create a rectangle, 31 millimeters. Select the equal constraint and select both sides. Now we're going to select extrude command. We only want the outside edge. Rotate it inward, -9. Select the right view. Once again, let's make sure that camera is set to perspective with ortho faces. Create a sketch on this face. Create a center diameter circle. Make it 3 millimeters in diameter. Make sure that it's constrained to the center point. And we want to make, the diameter, the dimension from this center point to this edge of 4.5. Select the extrude command. Select the circle. Let's bring it inward, -4. Cuts right through. Select the thread command. Select the inside. We want it to be modeled. We want the designation to be 0.35. We don't want it to be full length. Let's set the offset to 0.1. Let's drag the outside edge and it'll be 2.99. Select the chamfer command, create a chamfer here, drag it inward just a tad. Let's make it 0.2. Now let's select the circular pattern command. Select the extrusion, thread, and chamfer. The axis, we'll select one of these rounded edges here. We want the quantity to be 4. And lastly, I'll select this face here, and I give it a fillet of 0.1. And that completes component 2. Now let's move on to the third component. Create a new component. Let's hide the second component. Select the front view, create a sketch on the visible plane, and let's add 2 center diameter circles. Select extrude command. Select the outside of the profile. Let's extrude it. -10.3. Let's create a sketch. Let's put it on the right plane. Select the center rectangle. Make any edge 6 millimeters. Select the equal constraint. Select two sides. Select the 3-point arc. Select the 3-point arc. Make it tangent with one side. It's fully defined. Select the extrude command. Select the entire profile. Direction is going to be symmetric. Extent type is going to be all. Select the circular pattern command. Object type is going to be set to features. Select the extrusion we just created. The axis is going to be this rounded edge here. Quantity is going to be set to 4. Or what we could do is make it partial and set it to 3. Last but not least, let's add some fillets. Select the fillet command, select the inside face and the outside face. Let's make it 0.5. And that completes the third component. Now for the fourth and final component. Create a new component. Let's hide the third component. Select the front view. Create a sketch on the visible plane. Let's create 2 center diameter circles. Select the extrude command. Extrude at -2.9. Select the fillet command. Select the inside and the outside edge. Make it 0.5. That completes the fourth and final component. Now that we've created all the components, let's assemble it. Let's bring back all the components, make them all visual. Make sure we select the top hierarchy so we can see them all. To aid in assembly, I'm going to select Inspect, Section Analysis. I'm going to select, left click and hold the YZ plane. And this is going to help us. Let's start out with this component here. Select joint. We can just select the inside edge. We can select the inside edge on the outside of this as well. And it locks it into place. We want the motion to be set to rigid. Select joint again. We want to seat this component to the edge of this component here. And let's flip it. And lastly, select this joint, select the edge here, select the inside edge of this component here, and it sits. Now, before we do anything, let's slide it out. And I know what you're thinking, it's going to intersect and it's not perfect. We can take steps to actually fix that. But for now, we're just going to move forward. I'm going to slide it up. Now that this is set, Let's add some colors. Let's turn off analysis. Select the A key. Actually, let's turn off display component colors. I'm going to turn it off. So the outside, I'm going to select plastic. Select the Fusion 360 library. You can pick whatever plastic you like. I'm going to pick glossy. I'm going to add it to the first component. The next component, I'm going to select metal. Select stainless steel satin. Select component 2. For the inside, this component here, component 3, and once again select plastic. I'm going to type in opaque and see what I come up with. Base material opaque. Select the third component. I want to make that white. And last but not least, the last component, the washer, I'm going to make rubber. Rubber bumpy. Turn off display component colors. Turn off joints. And that completes this project. Well, I hope you enjoyed this detailed exercise. Stick around and I shall see you in the next video.